This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence. Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. Welcome to another vlog. Today I've kind of just been working on stuff early this morning. I got a lot of admin stuff done that I had to get done. Responded to a whole bunch of emails that I've been putting off because I am just kind of a useless human being when it comes to responding to emails and stuff like that. So got a lot of emails and boring stuff done, but this afternoon I kind of want to go for a walk in the gardens. I think that will be really nice because it's like a cold day but a mildly sunny day. And if you watched my last vlog, you'll know that we were in lockdown a couple weeks ago. Thankfully, our case numbers here are really quite low, but obviously people are still wearing masks and being very careful. So I haven't really left the house very much. So today I kind of wanted to go for a quick little walk through the gardens, just so I can get outside and be outside for a few minutes. And I also have to get some art supplies as well. So I'm going to quickly duck into the art supply shop. And yeah, let's get going. I think this week I'm going to be doing a little bit of a week in my life vlog, except for the fact that it is now currently Tuesday. It's not even Monday, and maybe I'll just do this vlog until Friday so you guys can see kind of what my work week looks like at the moment. It's kind of all over the place. I work really weird and wonky hours. I don't really know what my system is. I don't really know how to juggle everything just yet, but I'm learning how to work from home and work from myself and juggle all the things. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk to the gardens, outside, in the fresh air, socially distanced from people, and then I'm going to quickly go get the art supplies I need for tomorrow's video. So let's go. Hello! I just wanted to pop in here and thank the sponsor of this video, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is a website builder which allows people to create dynamic, interesting, and beautiful websites with ease. Most of you know by now that I made my website through Squarespace. I loved building my site. I couldn't be happier with how quick and simple it was to put together and to get everything looking exactly how I wanted. Squarespace has a boatload of benefits which make it easy to show off the things that you make and connect with the people who are visiting your site. Squarespace has powerful blogging tools so you can categorize, share, and schedule posts, and also has wonderful analytics features to help you understand the people who are visiting your site. If you're looking to make a website, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ChristyAnnJones to save 10% off your purchase of a website or domain. I ended up getting some ginger when I was at the shops, and I think this is like the first time I've ever bought fresh ginger in my life. I normally get powdered ginger, but I love how witchy it looks and how like much like a mandrake it looks. I ended up getting this because I wanted to make some like ginger and turmeric tea. This is also a thing I've never made before, so we're going to see how that goes. But I really, really love the taste of ginger, so I wanted to give like cooking with fresh ginger a try. I just sent another bunch of emails and did some more admin-y stuff. So today, and only today, just for today, no other day, I am an emailing machine. I had a really nice time walking through the gardens. Like, I've honestly felt a little bit flat the last like couple weeks, and I spoke about in my last vlog the fact that one of the reasons that I quit my job to work for myself and do creative stuff full time was because I was like pretty badly burnt out. But a result of that burnout is that at the moment, like, I feel like really tired and just a bit flat and a bit like not great sometimes. I think also because I've been stuck inside, I think I've been feeling just a bit, yeah, like a bit flat. So going to the gardens today was really lovely. Like, it was exactly what I needed. I just felt so happy like walking around, and I saw some ducks, and I don't know what it is about ducks, but they make me so happy. Like, their silly little bodies just waddling along, there's something about them that just fills me with joy. Don't like it when they get aggressive, but when they're just waddling along, minding their own business, they are adorable. Anyway, let me show you what I picked up from Eckersley's. So it's been, God, so many months since I bought art supplies. I think the last time I bought art supplies was when I picked up the gouache paint 7 or 8 months ago. It's been a really long time. So yes, I was very excited to get some art supplies today. The first thing I got was this like painting palette here. I think everything else I got was in here. I got a new paintbrush. Most of my paintbrushes are actually for watercolor, so I wanted to get something that was specifically for like acrylic and gouache, and then also some Polychromos pencils. So these are the Faber-Castell ones. They are really, really nice quality. I have a couple already. I think I have like 3 or 4, but I wanted to get these colors. So these are some really nice bold colors, and pretty much this is just to add like line work and texture. So now I'm probably going to do just like a little bit of painting because it's been a little while since I've painted with gouache paints, and I want to do a bit of a test because tomorrow I want to film a video where I'm going to be doing some painting with gouache. So I just want to like test out my little palette that I got. And oh, actually I missed one thing. I ended up also getting this Winsor and Newton gouache, which is just like a normal like white gouache, because the set I've got are really nice quality. Like, I really like them. It's like a Reeves gouache set, but I found that the white isn't very pigmented. I was going through heaps and heaps of it to get the sort of like lighter pastel colors that I wanted. So I wanted to get a nice little like higher quality gouache. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put on some Lullitone. I love the album When Winter Whispers, and it's the type of music I put on when I want to feel like really calm and happy, and I'm gonna do some painting. Hello and happy Wednesday. I am already covered in paint from filming this little video that I'm making today. I've been feeling really inspired recently to do more like traditional painting, and today I'm painting with gouache. It's been quite a long time since the last time I painted with gouache. It's been like a few months. Oh my god, I can even see my knee right here. My knee has paint on it, so that's how we're going. I don't think I've gotten paint on anything else yet aside from myself, so I think I'm okay. I'm painting the little like house from Ponyo at the point where most of the town is submerged. My favorite thing about painting with traditional media is making it like painterly and textured and interesting. Like it doesn't have to be perfect or 100% precise, because I love seeing all the colors and putting the colors down and making like the brushwork really like, yeah, textured and stuff. So yes, thus far I have done the nice sea/ocean, and I have also done the sky. This took longer than you would think it would take. I really love the color of this water right now. It's a really nice like shade of blue. But yes, I have gotten to this point in my painting. In the actual clips that you see from Ponyo at this point, you can sort of see like the reflection of the house in the water because the water's so still. I don't know if I have the patience to do the reflection on the water. Like I'm really happy with the color that the ocean turned out. Like it's a really nice greeny blue, and I don't want to ruin it. At the moment, it's like 2 p.m. It is currently 2 p.m. You can't see because the ND filter is on my lens, but it is 2 p.m. and I am gonna go make some lunch. So because it is winter at the moment, I've been making heaps of like nice wintry vegetable soups, but we have a house inspection tomorrow and I am so scared about messing up the stove because I scrubbed the absolute bejesus out of the stove and it is so clean. It's immaculately clean, and soup is a very dangerous thing to make because it like splatters everywhere. So for lunch yesterday I had leftover pizza, and today I'm having I think I'll make like a scrambled egg and ham sandwich. We were making spaghetti last night and there was actually a moment where the like pot bubbled over and some of the pasta water went on the stove, and I just had this like out of body experience where I was like, no. I think I've probably like messed up my circadian rhythm at this point. Because every day, like at the moment, when I first quit my job and started working from home, I was really good. Like I got up at a normal early time every single day and like that was completely fine. But just recently I've started like going to bed really late, which means that I either sleep in later or I feel really, really sleepy when I wake up. So that means I don't start work as early as I should, and then I end up working a lot later, and then it becomes a mess. So I think I finished like working on video editing at like 10 or 11 p.m. last night, and then I stayed up watching It's Okay to Not Be Okay until like 3 a.m. Like I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. It's fine because I think I mentioned in the last vlog that like I'm trying to get used to the idea that I don't have to be working by 9 a.m. I don't have to feel guilty if my hours are a little bit different or a little bit, you know, unusual compared to what I used to do. So yeah, I didn't really start working until 10 or 11 a.m. this morning, and I still feel pretty tired because of how late I went to sleep. There is paint all over my hands, but yeah, it's dry enough to not be an issue. am done with this little painting for today. Pretty much done. I think I'm just gonna wait for the paint to dry and then pop in these little, like, this little fence, like the little planks of wood for this fence, and then do some details with colored pencil. I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the night doing some video editing, and then we have to do the last little bit of the cleaning for the inspection, so it'll just be like vacuuming and boring stuff, so I'm probably not gonna film very much of that. But yes, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Like, I'm quite happy with the colors, but I do need to finish it off tomorrow, I think. It's getting pretty dark in here and I don't think there's much more I can do until it dries. I could get out a hairdryer and like dry it manually, but manually? I don't even know if that's the right word. I could get out a hairdryer and dry it now, but A, I can't be bothered, and B, I don't want to do that in case it makes the paint dry funny. So yeah, I think I'm done. I'm gonna go do some editing and then clean. So that's gonna be very fun. Okay, hello. My hair is still an absolute mess because I got so rained on when I was outside. The weather said it wasn't going to rain and then it rained anyway. This morning I ended up quickly ducking over to Dylan's bookshop because I have some books I needed to get for like research purposes for stuff, and I wanted to get them a couple weeks ago, but I didn't really want to order them online. Like if I have the choice, I'd rather like go to a proper bookstore and like support like local bookstores and stuff like that. So like I wanted to go and actually check if Dylan's had the books I wanted, but they didn't. So I'll have to actually pop in a like online order for those books. So I had a couple of books about like folklore and history stuff that I really want to read more about. But yes, my painting is now done. This is supposed to be the little house from Ponyo, or at least it's like loosely based off of the house from Ponyo. That video is all filmed now, so I'm gonna go edit that video. 4:42 p.m. So yes, I'm gonna go do video editing. I spend so many hours of my week video editing. It takes up a very, very long time. And then I probably have to organize some admin related stuff. So I need to organize all of my receipts from the last year for taxes and things like that. Stuff that I've been really badly putting off and I can't be bothered doing but need to get done. Now that I've packed up everything, the sun has finally come out, so I could have taken more photos of my little painting, but that's okay. One of the benefits of having inspections is that now our house is beautifully clean, aside from the fact that I've now like made lunch and there's stuff on our kitchen counter over there, but otherwise it is immaculately clean, so that's very, very good. I mean, like, we've scrubbed the whole apartment from top to toe. Anyway, I'm gonna go get started on editing. Hello everyone and happy Friday. So I have just been sitting here on the couch getting some writing done. Tyler is working from home today, so I've just been sitting here sort of like trying to get through this little chapter that I'm working on. I'm at another little spot in the story where I feel just like a little bit stuck, but that's fine because I just went and checked our mail and look what arrived. So yeah, you guys might remember a few months ago that I was actually working on a short story which I've been calling like the Selkie story that I've been working on. I think I made a vlog back in like January or something like that where I was like writing this story, and I spoke about how like I hadn't written a short story in a while, and I started like this little story because I had a cool idea, and then I ripped it apart and then I started again, and then I just like went through this process for writing the story. Anyway, I submitted that story and it actually got published. The story got published in VoiceWorks. This is the first time I've been paid for a piece of fiction. So yeah, I can't say I'm not a published fiction writer anymore because That's not true anymore. I have had my short stories published in like my university magazine, and I've published a whole bunch of non-fiction articles and travel articles specifically. I've written bunches and bunches of travel articles for Japanese magazines. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever actually been paid for a piece of fiction writing, so that's very, very exciting. I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy looking at this. I got the digital copy of the magazine a few days ago, but this is my first time actually seeing it. Here it is. Here is my little short story. It's all published. I was so honored that they actually decided to get an illustration done for this piece. But yeah, the story is called The Mercy of Seafoam, a short story that's about a selkie and a sea witch. And yeah, it's really exciting. The thing about this magazine is that this is a magazine for people who are under 25, so you have to be under 25 when you actually submit the story. Maybe I didn't submit it in January, maybe I actually submitted it in like February or something, but I was like about to turn 25 because my birthday is in March. It was my like very last chance to get published in this magazine. So I've submitted like quite a few stories to this magazine, and none of them have gotten in yet. So this is the first one and the last one to get in because I'm now 25. It was really, really cool to get to go through the editorial process. It was quite an involved editorial process. I think we ended up with 12 rounds of edits in total, and it was just like me working with an editor to like flesh out different aspects of the story. One of my favorite parts of this story is the fact that there's a reference in here to sea shanties. So I've been waiting to talk about this for such a long time. Like, I'm so excited to actually be able to talk about it because I was really scared that if I said anything that maybe it would jinx it and it wouldn't actually get published. So the beginning of the story reads, "Time does not exist for the island that the conquerors missed. If you walk the wrong way around the island quickly enough, time will turn backwards. But I could never make it. At a brisk pace, the frail bones of my shins would pinch. My body was not meant to move that way. Whenever I made it past the Needle Rock, the one at the top of the island's strange hill, I would collapse. My ruined body crumpled in the ancient grass, the damp, salty air stinging my cheeks and lips, tasting a forgotten sea shanty sung by dead sailors whose bodies sink still somewhere not too far from here." And so that's the first little section of the story, and because I had that little reference to sea shanties, I actually ended up writing a number of little sea shanties to go in this story. And so there's these sections in this story where it's like broken up by little sea shanties. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to spoil the story for anyone who like actually wants to go and read it. I will link VoiceWorks' website in the description down below in case anyone wants to check out the magazine. I did a grad dip in creative writing and literature, and my like research area was fantasy lit, and one of my major essays I did was on like the folklore of the Little Mermaid, and I compared Ponyo with the Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid and like Disney's version of the Little Mermaid. And so I looked a lot into like the imagery of the Little Mermaid and the sea foam and like what that symbolized and stuff, and so that's sort of where the seafoam imagery comes from with this, but I also wanted to use Selkie folklore. Selkies are like these Scottish versions of mermaids. They kind of like are half person, half seal. And so I wanted to use Selkie folklore, and it just, I'm so proud of this little short story, and I'm really happy that it is finally published. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to work now. I'm gonna go back to what I was working on because I just started to get onto a roll with what I was writing, but I wanted to go and check if this had arrived, and it had, and I'm so happy about it. Hello, it is a completely different day, and this is editing Christy sitting down to start actually editing this video. I realized that I never actually filmed an outro. Like I filmed that clip about my story getting published, and then I just didn't film anything else apparently. So here I am. A few final thoughts. Number one, I finished watching It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and I thought it was so brilliant. I loved the theming of it. It has a lot of fairy tale and like children's story theming to it. I really loved the way that the show looked at like trauma and mental health and stuff like that. I just thought it was a really good show. It was so engaging and well written, and overall was just a super duper fun time. The second point I wanted to say was just that my like schedule issues are persisting. Last night I was like working on the illustration project, and I ended up working 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that until 3 a.m. and I'm struggling to find the balance at the moment, you guys. Like, I'm getting there. One of the big differences is like I love what I do now. Like I really, really love the stuff I'm working on. I love making videos. I love video editing. I love writing. I love working on the illustration project. So it's like I need to find the ability to know when to stop working. And I wanted to sort of document this journey of what it's like to try and transition into working for yourself and doing freelance stuff, or like working from home and doing content creation-y stuff, because I actually had a lot of people DM me after my last vlog saying that, you know, this is a goal of theirs that they want to achieve, or that they really identified with like the story I had of working a full-time job and getting burnt out and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I wanted to just give some insight into the challenges of how this is going so far. I mean, honestly, I am so much happier. I am so much better rested overall. Like I've gotten so much more sleep, and I finally have free time to do stuff like watch K-dramas that are really good. But yeah, my biggest challenge at the moment is just the fact that I tried really, really hard to work productively all day yesterday, but I couldn't concentrate until, like I couldn't effectively concentrate until like 9 or 10 p.m. And so from that point onwards, I was really, really productive, which is why I stayed up until 3 a.m. So that's just how we're going at the moment. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated with how this goes. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. Thank you so very much to everyone over on Patreon for supporting my channel. Over on Patreon, we have things like bonus videos, behind the scenes content, writing updates, our monthly book club, stuff like that. So if you're interested in checking it out, please feel free to click on the link in the description down below. Take care, guys. I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.